Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Sullivan family. So it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. So the kids went back to school yesterday because yesterday was Tuesday. Actually, I don't think we've done a vlog since Sunday. Obviously, Ben's back at work. So that's the baby, if you wondered. Ben's back at work. So as much as we would love to do a vlog every day, it's not quite so easy when everything goes back to work and everything else. So and normal life resumes. So we will try our best to do as many as we can, because I know there are quite a lot of people saying we miss your vlogs. We are trying to do as many as we can, but anyway, the last couple of days have been pretty hectic, to be honest. Monday was just getting ready to go back to school, because obviously with moving house and everything else, it was all a bit, everything was everywhere. So I had to pick some stuff up. I might have picked that up on Sunday. I can't actually remember. The days just kind of merge into one. Had stuff to pick up for school, had last minute bits to buy. So yeah, that was kind of a Sunday. Monday, oh no, that was Monday. Yes, sorry, I'm getting my days muddled up. That was Monday. I don't even know when Monday went, to be fair. Ben went back to work and it's just gone. Tuesday was back to school. So, I know what happened on Monday. I knew something had happened on Monday. So Leah had an orthoptist appointment at the hospital. So if you've followed us for a while, you know the twins have both got glasses, but Leah had been struggling with her vision in her left eye. And the last time she went to the opticians, a few months ago, she was really, really struggling with her left eye. She couldn't really read any of the letters or anything like that. So she got referred back to the hospital. They were both under the orthoptist. They were under everything, really, from birth, from being premature. So they'd already been through and kind of passed everything off and all that sort of stuff. But obviously Leah was referred back. So we were waiting for an appointment. We had an appointment on Monday. She went to see the orthoptist on Monday, and she'd actually had her prescription changed slightly last time we went to the opticians. And I think it must have made a bit of a difference, because I was expecting her vision to be as bad as it was before. But in actual fact, she did quite a good job. She's still struggling with her left eye, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as it was when we went to the opticians the last time. So I think the prescription change has really helped her out, which is great. But the orthoptist has decided to patch her good eye, obviously her right eye, but only for a couple of hours a day, so she can have it on in the evening. She did say that she prefers to kind of, if kids have got to wear patches, that she prefers to do it outside of school, really, because obviously kids can be mean, and it just makes, there's lots of kids that go to school with patches, and normally at primary level, it's just accepted, isn't it? A lot of primary kids just accept kids for what they are. That's the good thing about little kids, isn't it? They just accept everybody for who they are. But she said if she can avoid having to wear them during the day, if she can, then. So anyway, she's only having to wear them when she gets back in from school for a couple of hours a day, to be reviewed in a couple of months and see where we're at then. Obviously, if it's got worse, she'd have to wait for longer. If it's got better, then we'll see where we are then. So that's a good thing. The other thing we had on Monday was Olivia's orthodontist appointment. So she had her braces put on a few months ago. She's since had 2 teeth out as well, because of the dental treatment. That's what the orthodontist wanted her to have, because her teeth was overcrowded, so to allow room for other teeth to come forward and to do whatever they need to do. So she had her braces tightened and changed and whatever. So that was Monday morning. Tuesday back to school. So yesterday was back to school, first time driving to school. So the kids have stayed at their old school, because the older ones come through to Lossie anyway. They get a school bus in the morning, so it's the first time for them all catching the school bus. And obviously it's a lot earlier than they used to leave, about 8:30 they probably used to leave, and now they've got to leave about 8:55 because the bus goes a lot earlier. So the little ones, none of them really wanted to move schools. Lots of people have asked where they're going to school, what we're doing with schools. none of them really wanted to change. And because everything happened quite quickly, I didn't really want to change them at the time. So obviously, coming from a military background, when the older ones were small, they moved schools a lot. Now, the younger ones haven't had to because we've been here for 10 years. So it's not something that they're used to. Toby really struggles with school anyway. He didn't really want to leave. So I just said to Ben, for now, we'll leave them at the school they're at, where they're happy, where they're settled. Everything's been so unsettling for them over the last couple of months with moving house, and we're still not straight in the house, obviously. We've only been there 2 weeks. That it was just easier to leave them where they are. Obviously, it is going to cost him petrol, etc., etc. So we're going to review it again in a few months' time and see where we're at. At the moment, Ben finishes work around about the same time that kids finish school, so I can do the morning run, he can do the afternoon run, which makes it a lot easier anyway, because he's still got to come back from Lossy anyway in the evenings or after work. So we're just going to see how it goes for a few months. Obviously, there's always lots of ferrying the kids around. They've got dance lessons and everything else anyway. The kids have got work in Lossy. Some of the kids work in Lossy. So there's always, you can't get a direct bus from 𝚫𝚃 to Lossy. So you have to go to 𝚫𝚃 and then through to Lossy. So it's a bit difficult with things like work and stuff. So, you know, Lizzie's taking driving lessons. So hopefully, you know, if she passes her test anywhere in the next sort of 6 months, we'll be able to help her with a car, and she can, you know, or borrow our car or whatever, sort that out when the time comes. But for now, that's where we're at with school. Because there's a few people have been asking about which school they're at and all that sort of thing. There is a nice school in 𝚫𝚃, but just for now, it was just easier to keep them where they are, where they're happy, where they've got their friends and everything else. I just didn't want to upheave them anymore. So anyway, I'm just in the middle of doing the first school run. Joseph stayed at home with Olivia, because Olivia and Elizabeth don't start back at college and uni until next week. I'm not even sure when Lizzie starts back yet. Liv starts college next week. As far as Elizabeth, I'm not entirely sure when she's back just yet. Hopefully we'll hear this week when she starts her uni course. So this one's getting a bit grumpy, so I'm going to go home. And do you want to go home, baby? Yeah, we're going to go home. Okay, so we're back home. Been back a while. And I'm back onto trying to, I don't know what's going on with my hair. Trying to sort out the house as the aspect of just moving, and sort out the day-to-day stuff, like, you know, bed changing and all those sorts of things. Everything's kind of just been put on hold the last couple of weeks, because obviously just moving and getting things straight and sorted is kind of taken over. So I am trying to go around and change everyone's beds this week, regardless of whether they've just been, I'm just changing everybody's beds so we can kind of start from a blank canvas. I think the thing was, I used to have a routine, and it took me like 10 years to get the routine, because we'd lived in the same house, and you know what it's like when you live in the same house. You clean the certain bits, and you know where, like for the other house, I knew where the mold was, I knew where to, you know, which bits went where, and you just kind of, you're cleaning the same things all the time. So when you move, not only is it a complete upheaval in your routine with regards to just moving in general and everything being upside down, it's also a complete change in your routine, because like for here, people are in different rooms, you know, all those sorts of things. Whereas I used to do, you know, the boys' beds, I used to do a bed every day basically, so that everyone always had a clean bed, and etc, etc. But yeah, everything's kind of up in the air, so I need to work out new routines for cleaning and new routines for bits and bobs. But this week I'm just going to get everyone's bed done. Well, the older ones obviously will do their own, just so that we kind of start from a blank sheet. Plus I need to buy everybody new duvets, and because everyone's needed new duvets and pillows for a while, and I try and wash them as much as I can, but they get to a point where you just need to replace them. So everybody needs a new, or most people need new ones. So I just thought I'm just going to start again from a blank sheet, buy everybody new ones, and everybody needs a new bed set as well, because everyone's kind of got, it's like Noah's still got like Star Wars ones and stuff from sharing with the other two, so he's obviously needs better ones and plainer ones for his age. And it's just, you know, anyway, the little ones quite often have the older ones hand-me-downs, which is fine because they're fine, but I thought it'd be nice to buy everybody one extra set. We need another set of bedding. I had to buy new sheets for our bed because we have a new mattress which is much deeper than our last one, so I had to buy new sheets. But yeah, so everyone's got kind of, I bought most people a new bed set not that long ago, but like the other one that they have, because I have two sets, so there's always one on the bed and one spare. And then I keep a couple of just random spare sets just in case of any accidents or anything like that as well. And then we've got spare waterproof sheets as well for the little ones. So anyway, I used to keep all my bedding in 2 ottomans, which obviously took up quite a lot of room. Now we have an ottoman bed. I thought I'd show you what I've done. And also all the spare shoes that I used to have used to go in boxes under the bed in size kind of order. But again, they took up quite a lot of room. So this is what we've done. So this is all the bedding. So all the baby bedding is at the back, blankets, sheets. And yes, I know I have a lot. We've had a lot of kids. A lot of the blankets that I keep hold of have got like sentimental value because certain ones were bought for certain children, etc, etc. So we've got cot bed duvets. Flo is actually I'm just in the middle of doing Flo's cot. She's actually going to have her very first baby duvet because she's always kicking her blankets off. So she's going to have her very first baby duvet. But there's sheets, cot bed sheets, travel cot sheets, all different kinds of blankets that you could ever need. And then obviously everybody else's bedding is down this end. So that used to take up 2 big ottomans, and now it fits in one side. This side is shoes. So these are all the spare shoes that I've got. So what I've done is put them in my faithful Shein bags, of which we have many. And just, they're all in size order. So big ones at the back. Obviously there's not very many because they grow out of they wear them until they die, basically, until the shoes are gone. Or they normally get passed down to like the next one down or whatever. But they normally wear them until they're completely worn out. And then obviously down to the little ones. These were all in boxes, so they took up quite a lot of space. But especially with little ones, they just don't wear them for very long. So they're all in, I've put them in bags and put the sizes on the front, and then like these are size 11s, 10s, 12s, 13s, 1s, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc, etc. There's a little bit of space, so I'm going to put in the next size down as well, which is a 10. No, we've got 10, 9, 8 as well. So then that one whole size is for shoes, one whole side for bedding. So that's saved quite a lot of space. So yeah, and I know it will be love it or hate it with this. Some people will say I shouldn't be keeping all this stuff, and you know, it's etc, etc. But I find it really, really handy to have spare shoes, especially things like wellies and things like that. They cost money, so we will use them until they can't be used anymore. So yeah, that's what, you know, when I need a pair of plimsolls for the little ones for school, I've got plimsolls, and you know, when they've worn out, they've worn out, but I might as well get as much use out of them as I can. And they're normally, once you've washed them up or cleaned them up, they're normally like new, especially with the little ones. They're just normally like new because they just don't wear them for very long because their feet grow so fast. Obviously with the older ones it's different. I don't get very many pairs of older ones' shoes left lying around. But yeah, I thought I'd show you my bed, my ottoman bed. So next I am going to quickly change Flo's cot, and then I've got to run Lizzie through to Lossie, and then this afternoon we're sorting out Isabel and Olivia's room because their new beds are being delivered tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to get on with this now. Say hi. Right, so everybody's picked up from school. So I had like a whole... She's not happy at all. What I was trying to say before this one started screaming was we're back from school. So everyone's home, aren't we, girls? Yeah. Did you have a good day?
Yeah.
Good days all round. Joseph's very happy to see them. Are you happy now, Flo? Yeah. Don't like being in the car, did you? And you fell asleep. Mummy had to wake you up, didn't she?
She didn't fall asleep.
No, she fell asleep on the way to school. So let's wake her up.
I get to come in, Mummy.
Right. So we're back from school. So we have managed to achieve.
Mummy's car.
They've just come in and dumped everything.
Mommy,
Have managed to achieve quite a lot today.
that lady
Although
works.
going through my to-do list, we haven't actually done any of the things on my to-do list. So we have done quite a few things, but none of them are actually on my to-do list. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, it did.
Mummy.
You know me. Right, snack time is done. Everyone's gone outside to play. So yeah, normally on a Wednesday, Leo and Erin have an aqua class at 4:10, and then the older girls have classes from 4:45. But as Ben isn't here, he's not back until later, and the other ones don't get the bus back. Now they get the bus back, it doesn't come in till much later. I can't take them this week. So the timings just didn't work out. We try our hardest to make everything work and to make everything fit and to make sure everybody gets where they need to go. But sometimes it doesn't matter what you do, you just can't, because obviously Lizzie's at work, so I can't leave her to babysit. I can't fit everybody in the car. The older girls are the ones that are going, or Olivia and Isabel will be going. Normally I'd pick Isabel up from school, and the other ones are still on the school bus when I need to leave. So, you know, it just doesn't work this week, but that's fine.
Can you say hi?
We'll go back next week, won't we?
Can you say hi?
You want to say hi?
Hi. Hi.
Oh, Josie's going to say hi. Erin, you say hi? Are you all right there, Flo? So I wanted to say that I bought these from Amazon. These bento boxes. These ones. They've got really good seals and really good lids. I bought them for the younger 3 on Amazon. Actually, before we moved house, I bought them. Got a green one and 2 pink ones. They're really, really good. I'll have to try and go back and find the link, because they are really, really good boxes. And just leave her alone, okay? They keep trying to pick her up, and she doesn't want to be picked up by them. So yeah, they're really good boxes, and I think they were like less than £10 each, I think. But they don't, nothing spills. The seal is really good. So far so good.
I'm having it.
Okay, so that was a bit of a mad rush. Ben literally walked in the door, and I was getting ready to literally go out the door. Everything's always such a mad rush when school is back and dance classes are back and everything else, because everybody's got to be everywhere. So yeah, anyway, we were a little bit late, only about 5 minutes. I hate being late. I hate being late so much, but sometimes it just can't be helped. We didn't leave until about 5 minutes after we should have done, and then every traffic jam we could have hit, we hit. But anyway, they're there, and I'll go back and pick them up they go from here to Lossie, and then I pick them up from Lossie later on. So yeah, I'm now going via Lossie to pick Lizzie up from work. I just seem to have driven around everywhere today and got some things done in between. Like I said earlier, I had all these things written down on my to-do list to try and get done today. I'm trying not to do to-do lists too much at the moment, because there is so much to do, and if I write it all down, it's just going to be totally overwhelming. So I'm kind of waiting until I'm a little bit like less things to do until I write them all down, because it's taking me all day just to write a to-do list. I do find them helpful, but when there's so much to do, it probably wouldn't be all that productive, I don't think. And it's a little bit like I was saying earlier about getting into a new routine. Once I found my feet a little bit more, I'll be able to get into a better routine, see what works best, because I want to try and get out and about with Joseph and Florence before the weather gets too bad. But obviously at the moment, a spider or something on me. Anyway, it's to-ing and fro-ing, and obviously school runs. I won't be doing the afternoon school run, like I said. So the last few days has just been a bit of a mission. And plus, I think Joseph is just reveling in the silence. He loves having everybody around, and he loves playing outside with his brothers and sisters. But he has just been having some quiet time the last couple of days. I think he's actually just quite liked just being quiet in the house and just doing what he wants to do, and playing with what he wants to play with. So it won't last long because he'll soon be bored and miss everybody. Well, not bored, but he'll soon miss everybody. Doesn't get bored. He always finds things to do, or we find things to do. But I do want to try and get him out and about a little bit more, because once the bad weather comes, I don't know how much he's going to want to leave the house, which I'm hoping it'll be better this winter than last winter, because last winter was really bad. So talking of Joseph, I've had quite a few people ask about why he's not starting school, because he is just about to turn 5. So we have decided to defer his primary 1 start until next August. So here in Scotland, if your child's 5th birthday falls, it's just changed actually, but if it falls after the start of the August term, which his does because it's next week, then you can choose to defer their entry. So that is what we've done, because he isn't ready for school at all. I've had a few people say, you know, that he needs to be in nursery and he needs to be doing this, and some from a good place and some not such a good place. But it's kind of a decision that we have made. Obviously we know him best and we want what's best for him. He hasn't taken moving house very well. He's okay, and obviously we only film the bits and take photos of the good bits, because all the rest of it would just be unfair on him. But there has been, you know, especially the week we moved, the week before and the week after we moved, he was really, really struggling. So we had 10-15 meltdowns every single day about anything, and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were happy bits in there as well, there were happy moments in there as well, but like he really, really struggled with the change in routine, the change in house, everything. It's all he's ever known. So having to then put him into school, nursery, whatever, right now would just be too much for him to handle, which is why we've decided not to. Obviously, I've had a few people say, you know, are you going to homeschool him? But at the moment, he's only 4, just about to turn 5. You know, we do lots of learning through play at home all the time. He doesn't need to be sitting down doing academic stuff right now at his age. He knows all his letters, he knows all his numbers, he knows all of that sort of stuff anyway. We do lots of reading. He does lots of he loves his Spider-Man cards, he loves his, you know, his like pairs cards, all those sorts of things. He loves all the educational stuff we've got, the building with the magna tiles and all those sorts of things. So there's lots of things that we do at home with him already. But I am a firm believer in learning through play at this age. And it could be that we decide to put him into nursery over the next year. Once we're settled a bit, you know, it might be a decision that we say maybe he could benefit from being in nursery just to get that experience. Or it might be something that I just don't think it's going to be right for him. There was a time when coming out of the pandemic, I was going to keep all of the kids at home and homeschool them. But some of them were happy to do that. Some of them wanted to go back to school, and ultimately it's their decision as much as ours. You know, at the moment, the younger ones really enjoy school, so especially Agnes. So that's why they're at school. If at any point that changes, then we'll reassess, because as much as we are kind of, education is very important and all those sorts of things, it's not the be all and end all. And you know, there are parts of the education system that I'm not overly keen on. You know, we have some amazing teachers, absolutely brilliant teachers, but the funding and from the top level, you know, and all those sorts of things are not where they should be. So, you know, there are issues and things like that, but for now we make the decisions that we make on the basis of what is happening at the time, and that's all we can do. So that's what we've done with Joseph for now. You know, he's happy at home. He can have his quiet time, he can have his routine. We're just getting him back into another routine now. He's much better at doing some things, other things he still finds really difficult. So yeah, this is what's best for him at the moment, so that's what we're doing. Anyway, I'm now going back through to pick Lizzie up from work, and then I'm going back home and helping Ben with tea and baths and bed and etc, etc. And then I'll be coming back out to pick the girls back up from dancing. So, and then the day will be done, apart from all the other jobs that I might fit in. I've got washing on the line and all those sorts of things. So yeah, I'm going to end the vlog because I've just talked and talked and talked. So I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. A bit of a catch up, bit of a mixture, bit of a everything vlog. Don't forget to drop us a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and we will catch you in the next video, which will be very soon. Bye.